He smiled with troubled affectation at the kitchen window. Day I caught her in the street, pinching her cheeks to make them red, anaemic a little. Was given milk too long. On the Erin's King that day round the kish, damned old tub, pitching about, not a bit funky. Her pale blue scarf loose in the wind with her hair, all dimpled cheeks and curls, your head simply swirls. Seaside girls, torn envelope, hands stuck in his trousers pockets, Jarvey off for the day, singing. Friend of the family, swirls, he says. Pier with lamps, summer evening, band, those girls, those lovely seaside girls. Millie too, young kisses, the first. Far away, now past, Mrs. Marion, reading, lying back now, counting the strands of her hair, smiling, braiding. A soft qualm, regret, flowed down his backbone, increasing. Will happen, yes. Prevent, useless. Can't move. Girl's sweet light lips, will happen too. He felt the flowing qualm spread over him, useless to move now. Lips kissed, kissing, kissed. Full, gluey women's lips. Better where she is down there, away, occupy her. Wanted a jog to pass the time. Might take a trip down there, August bank holiday, only 2 and 6 return. 6 weeks off, however. Might work a press pass, or through McCoy. The cat, having cleaned all her fur, returned to the meat-stained paper, nosed at it and stalked to the door. She looked back at him, mewing. Wants to go out. Wait before a door, sometime it'll open. Let her wait. Had the fidgets, electric, thunder in the air. Was washing at her ear with her back to the fire too. He felt heavy, full, then a gentle loosening of his bowels. He stood up, undoing the waistband of the trousers. The cat mewed to him. Meow, he said in answer. Wait till I'm ready. Heaviness, hot day coming. Too much trouble to fag up the stairs and landing. A paper. He liked to read at stool. Hope no ape comes knocking just as I'm... In the table drawer he found an old number of titbits. He folded it under his armpit, went to the door and opened it. The cat went up in soft bounds. Wanted to go upstairs, curl up in a ball on the bed. Listening, he heard her voice. Come, pussy, come. He went out through the back door into the garden, stood to listen towards the next garden. No sound. Perhaps hanging clothes out to dry. The maid was in the garden. Fine morning. He bent down to regard a lean file of spearmint growing by the wall. Make a summer house here. Scarlet runners, Virginia creepers. Want to manure the whole place over. Scabby soil. A coat of liver of sulphur. All soil like that without dung. Household slops. Loam. What is this that is? The hens in the next garden. They're dropping their very good top dressing. Best of all, they were the cattle, especially when they're fed on those oil cakes. Mulch of dung. Best thing to clean ladies' kid gloves. Dirty cleans. Ashes too. Reclaim the whole place. Grow peas in that corner there. Lettuce. Always have fresh greens then. Still, gardens have the drawbacks. That bee or blue bottle here, Whit Monday. He walked on. Where is my hat, by the way? Must have put it back on the peg. Or hanging up on the floor. Funny, I don't remember that. Hall stand too full. 4 umbrellas, her rain cloak. Picking up the letters. Drago's shop bell ringing. Queer, I was just thinking that moment. Brown, brilliantine hair over his collar. Just had a wash and brush up. Wonder how I time for a bath this morning. Tara Street. Chap on the pay box there got away. James Stevens, they say. O'Brien. Deep voice that fellow Dlugax has. Eigendath, what is it? Now, my miss, enthusiast. He kicked open the crazy door of the Jacks. Better be careful not to get these trousers dirty for the funeral. He went in, bowing his head under the low lintel. Leaving the door ajar, amid the stench of mouldy lime-wash and stale cobwebs, he undid his braces. Before sitting down, he peered through a chink up at the next-door windows. The king was in his counting house. Nobody. A squat on the cook's stool, he folded out his paper, turning its pages over on his bared knees. Something new and easy. No great hurry. Keep it a bit. Our prize tidbit, Matcham's Masterstroke, written by Mr. Philip Boyvoy, Playgoers Club, London. Payment at the rate of £1 a column has been made to the writer. £3.13 Quietly he read, restraining himself, the first column, and yielding but resisting began the second. Midway, his last resistance yielding, he allowed his bowels to ease themselves quietly as he read, reading still patiently, that slight constipation of yesterday quite gone. Hope it's not too big, bring on piles again. No, just right. So, Costive. One tabloid of Cascara Sagrada. Life might be so. It did not move or touch him, but it was something quick and neat. Print anything now. Silly season. He read on, seated calm above his own rising smell. Neat, certainly. Matcham often thinks of the master stroke by which he won the laughing which who now begins and ends morally, hand in hand. Smart. He glanced back through what he had read, and while feeling his water flow quietly, he envied kindly Mr. Beaufoy, who had written it, and received payment at £3.13 Might manage a sketch by Mr. and Mrs. L.M. Bloom. Invent a story for some proverb. Which? Tommy is to try jotting down on my cuff what she said, dressing. Dislike dressing together. Nicked myself shaving. Biting her nether lip, hooking the placket of her skirt. Timing her. 9:15. Did Roberts pay you yet? 9:20. What a Greta Conroy on? 9:23. What possessed me to buy this coal? 9:24. I'm swelled after that cabbage. A speck of dust on the patent leather of her boot. Rubbing smartly in turn, each welt against her stocking calf. Morning after the bazaar dance when May's band played Ponchielli's Dance of the Hours. Explain that. Morning hours, noon, then evening coming on, then night hours. Washing her teeth. That was the first night. Her head dancing, her fan sticks clicking. Is that boiling well off? He has money. Why? I noticed he had a good rich smell off his breath dancing. No use humming then. Allude to it. Strange kind of music that last night. The mirror was in shadow. She rubbed her hand glass briskly on her woolen vest against her full wagon bub, peering into it. Lines in her eyes. It wouldn't pan out somehow. Evening hours, girls in grey gauze. Night hours then, black with daggers and eye masks. Poetical idea. Pink, then golden, then grey, then black. Still true to life also. Day, then the night. He tore away half the prize story sharply and wiped himself with it. Then he girded up his trousers, braced and buttoned himself. He pulled back the jerky, shaky door of the jacks and came forth from the gloom into the air. In the bright light, lightened and cooled in limb, he eyed carefully his black trousers, the ends, the knees, the hocks of the knees. What time's the funeral? Better find out in the paper. A creak and a dark whir in the air high up, the bells of George's church. They told the hour, loud, dark, iron. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. 1:45. There again, the overtone following through the air. Third. Poor Dignam.